And the will I become king?
You don't be Igwe already now. Now you be the Igwe. My prince. They don't whine. They no go. All one no go near that throne. I therefore, you no worry, no fear. Which kind of nonsense be this?
So guys, you're actually welcome. If you're looking for the update on when this season 9 and 10 is gonna drop, you're at the right place. Kindly watch the video to the end to know when it's gonna drop. Before then, let's just take a deep dive on what's really happening right now. So, as Chief lost his brother, he happens to actually want to become the king by all means. And he never knew that there's actually a boy that happens to actually be from the family that seems to actually still be alive. He actually thought it's actually the lady, and he actually felt that at the end of the day she's actually a lady. But for the fact that she happens to actually be the stubborn type, he decided to actually offer a couple of money to say that, okay, yes, leave the throne for me. But she was actually resistant and said that she can't actually accept anything from him of such, and the only money she can actually collect is the father's entitlement, which happens to be the salary he didn't actually pay him. And if you can actually remember, he has someone that actually came in to the situation to ask that why is Chifonwa treating Okoli like that, and he actually said that no, he's treating him right, that he has even told him to stop being the gate man and everything, and he even offered him couple of salary in advance to take care of himself and all that. But that was actually wrong, because if you can actually remember, Okoli was actually sick in the sick bed, and all he needed was Chief Onwa's help to stand up back. And he actually sent his daughter, which happens to be agent, to Chief Okoli that this is the situation of things. He actually needs his help. He decided not to help him, and he felt that so far he's having something good that can actually come out of him passing away. It's better he actually doesn't help him, and that was how he didn't help him. And Chief Okoli actually told the daughter about everything, and how the decision of things is. And later on, someone actually appeared, which happens to be Cleopatra. Cleopatra happens to be the mother of the little baby that happens to be the rightful boy that ought to be the king. So ever since Chief Okoli have actually, Chief Onwa have actually, known about this young boy, he decided to actually invite the mom to come over to his office to discuss about everything. Getting to know that, the guy is alive and doing fine, he decided to actually tell her that, okay, yes, this decision of things that she should actually, dance to his tune, and it's going to actually settle her. She decided not to dance to his tune because she actually felt that she doesn't need to do anything with him, for the fact that the rightful king is from her own end, and there's nothing rather she's going to actually more things than what she ought to actually gain. And at the end of the day, the boy actually grew in mom's end, and he actually know the situation of things as he has actually grown, and right now we know that it's the rightful prince that ought to actually be the king. But one thing Cleopatra doesn't know is that Chifoma is the type to actually organize boys to actually do whatever he wants. So the best thing she could have done was keep the boy away from the side of Chinfonwa, because it's the type to just organize boys to go and look for the boy and take him away, because that's the only obstacle that he actually feels that can hinder him from everything. It's not as if everybody is actually in support of what he's doing, but the wife also is not in support. The wife actually knows the beginning of the whole story, that the brother was actually a gate man. If you can actually remember the beginning of the story, the brother was looking for a job, and Chifawa actually made him his gate man instead of giving him money enough to go and settle himself and establish himself. He kept him as a gate man, and along the line he became ill due to his old age, and for the fact that he's no more younger. And instead of Chifawa to give him money to take care of himself, besides actually odd things and make sure so far and go through everything he actually went through. Now, Kachi, which happens to actually be a James boyfriend, seemed to be telling her that the thing she's actually going into and what she's actually having issue with is actually a strong person. And she, being a stubborn person, feels that any point that is going to advise her against going for what she ought to go for, she would rather let that person, go. And which happens to be Kachi. So she's telling Kachi that instead of her to leave the pursuit of, you know, the throne going coming back to her family, she would let Kashi go with his advice and everything. And Chivawa, seemed to not be afraid of anything, and he believes that his money could actually, buy everybody interest that seemed to be on his way. Right now, the boy is interested in becoming a king, and I believe that, gradually is going to actually become the king. The people that could actually, stop him or make him the king is actually the kingsmen of the former king. And those are the one that knows the story and history of everything. And if they believe that, it's not the son of the man, they could actually, go for DNA. And once DNA comes out, DNA is going to actually prove that he's actually the rightful prince to become the king. And because I believe that, this happens to actually be a brother's rivalry, because according to the royal plotting and everything, the senior brother ought to become the king while the junior one awaits. And if the unforeseen circumstance actually happens to the senior one, then the junior one becomes the king. So he actually knows that. That's why he actually felt that the unforeseen circumstance actually happened to Okoli, which happens to be his brother. And for the fact that if he has money, he doesn't want Okoli to actually have enough money to, become the king. So they will actually lose interest in him becoming the king. That's why he actually kept him as a gate man and make sure he doesn't have much more than what he could actually get as a gate man. And that actually brought a lot of things that later happened to the man, which happens to be Okoli, because if he's having money to treat himself, would not be in a situation where he's begging his junior brother to sort his hospital and all that. But the wife seemed to actually be in a tight corner where she can't really say much, because she doesn't want to offend the husband, and the husband too knows that, and is trying as much for the wife to tell him the truth. But the wife, anytime she wants to say anything, she just the old talks that they're actually having, not to have anything to do with the situation, because she doesn't want to offend the husband. But let's see how it goes on. If Chihuahua, start looking for the young boy, or if he actually, hand over the throne willingly to him, or if it just happens to be the kingsman that decides to, you know, collect the throne from Chief Onwa, because he seems to not, really be interested in giving it out to the young boy. So, when it comes to the season 9 and 10, it's will be coming out in 3 days' time. Thank you.